What's up guys, it's Austin Pro. Today I'm going to show you guys the top 14 iOS 14 features that I found today. So this first one is the new widgets view. So as you guys can see, it looks very clean, much more organized, and you can now move widgets onto your home screens. So let me try it again. So you can see I drag it out and I can put my widget right on the home screen, but it could move your icons around when you're doing this. So just let you guys know to watch out for that. And you can take the battery widget for example and move it like down here. Really cool. To remove it, you tap remove, and it's back down to the bottom. Like that's because every time you remove a widget, it goes down to the bottom. Just to let you guys know. So it's really cool. So that's an example location, by the way. Just to let you know it's an example one. And this next change is in messages now. If you turn on the emoji keyboard, you now have a search option for the emoji. You can now search any type of emoji you want. So if I type iPhone, you guys can see it showed the iPhone. When I search the watch and try it again, it shows the emojis related to the word watch, which is really cool. And when I search Apple, it's showing me Apple related emojis for like products and actual fruit and like developers working for emoji and the Magic Mouse. That is just really cool. So that is the best change I've ever seen in the keyboard. You can see there's even an emoji button so you can switch back to the manual keyboard for the emojis, which is really cool. And this next one is picture-in-picture on iPhone. So I'm going to use one of my videos that I uploaded today for an example. Hang on. Sorry about that. There's an ad. And I tap in here. You can now see if I see the controls. There's a picture-in-picture button. And now, just like that, I'm playing picture-in-picture with my own video. So that is really cool. You can see I move this side to side, which is actually really cool. And one of the other things is the picture-in-picture has a brand new control design. You can tap up here to like return it to the web page, or tap here to exit out, just like that. That is really cool. And this next one is when you go to messages again, you can see there's new icons for Memoji stickers and Animoji. You can now tell that they're related, but one is stickers, one is the actual animated emojis. So they're now easier to tell apart, which is really cool. And the next one is you can now scrub between your app pages, just like it says tap and hold. You can slide to scrub between them, just like when you're using your search bar right here. You can briefly, not older version of iOS, you can tap and hold on the slider to slide down like that. That's basically the same thing. You can do the same thing. You can now scrub on pages on the home screen, which is really cool. And when you go to like settings now, tap App Store, you notice that the Apple ID section has been moved to the section where iCloud is now, called Media and like stuff like that. So you no longer have your Apple ID signed in here. You have to do it all up here now. That's really nice. They're basically combining all the Apple ID sections into one, basically. That's basically why they did that. There's a nice little tweak there. And this next one is inaccessibility now on both of them, with iOS 13 on the left, iOS 14 on the right. If you go to touch, if you scroll down here, you'll now notice that the option called back tap right here. I meant in iOS 13 didn't have it, but iOS 14 does a new back tap option, where if you set it to like double tap or triple tap, like this double tap, I have it set, so I've bumped the camera. If I double tap the back of the phone, like triple tap actually, it'll open up the app switcher. Double tap brings down the control center. It's a really cool change. And if you go in here, you can set which ones you want to have turned on right now. But the only one that doesn't work right now is mute. So the mute option does not work right now. So not sure why, but it's just like that. And this is still a beta though, but this will get better with time. So I'll be keeping you guys updated on that feature as Apple updates it. And this next one is with Siri. So Siri's iPhone now has a new design. What time is it in Cupertino?
It's 4:14 p.m. in Cupertino, California.
And just like that, Siri has a brand new design, which is really cool. Ask it, same thing for another state. What time is it in New York?
It's 7:14 p.m. in New York City, New York.
You see? I tried again. What time is it in New York?
It's 7:15 p.m. in New York City, New York.
So as you see the new interface, Siri, so when she is done listening to you, like to give your answer, she has a new little animation, kind of like in Photos. Like where in Photos where it says Curation Complete, it has the same animation, but a lot cleaner. Instead of like obstructing your view, just like on iOS 13 right here, you see it covered up the entire screen, and now it gives you this nice, organized, brand new layout, so it doesn't obstruct your view. Really nice change. And same thing on the iPad here. Here's the iPad OS 14. What time is it in Cupertino?
It's 4:15.
And as you guys can see, they've redesigned on the iPhone and iPad, which is really cool. And the Apple Watch will have a redesign as well. It'll have the same little Siri like animation down here. That will be animating on your watch after you update to WatchOS 7, just to let you guys know. And so that's a really nice interface. So you can now still be seeing what you're doing when you're talking to Siri. Overall, really nice experience and much cleaner too. And this next one is on the iPad. If you go to like a desktop site like Apple or something like that, if you tap on the option for Safari here, you now have a new option for request mobile site, which is really cool. You can now switch to the mobile site like on iPhone. Really cool change. And the next one is, there's also a new tracking report button right here. So now you can report what the device has been tracking. So like the device keeps track of what it's been doing. That's really cool. And this next one is in the clock app. In the clock app on iOS 14 on the right, you can see the bedtime option has been removed and moved to alarms. So previously when you went to edit it, it looks like this. It's hard to tell which is which. But now on iOS 14, have the brand new interface right here. So now you see on 12 a.m. it shows like stars for like when you're supposed to be asleep. And I think if you move it, yeah, it doesn't change. So and have the new sunrise icon. Really cool. And this is part of the new Apple Watch Sleeping Goal app they put on WatchOS 7. That's what it's for, because if you set the new sleeping tracking like goals on your wrist, it'll sync up to your phone and have it like this. Really cool. And it has these new options right down here, which it didn't have before. So it's really crazy. You had to go up here to do it. But now you can click edit, and as you see, you have to edit in the health app. So that's basically what you do. Change the time and stuff in the health app. Curve down here, you had to do it right here, like the days, the week. So now they made it a lot simpler just by going to the health app. Really nice change there. And the next one is in privacy now. Let me go to it. The privacy. If you scroll down now, if you guys can see, it was called, the tab down here was just called Advertising in iOS 13. It's now called Apple Advertising in iOS 14. With a slight new redesign, the limit ad tracking option has been renamed to personal ads, and the reset advertising identifier has been removed. Now it's just these two options right here. It's really cool, and an updated description up here. So overall, really nice enhancements there. And now the last one is in Siri. So previously on iOS 13, if you went to search suggestions, it'll say show less and show more. It was very hard to see what the options are, but now in iOS 13, it'll say it was now white instead of gray. And now when I pull down, you see it shows a little arrow right here, like telling you if it's up or down. Instead of show less, it's now float indicator right here telling you that it's pulled down. Really nice little change. So those are the top biggest 14 features in iOS 14 that I found today. So that's pretty much it for this video. If I did a video, give it a thumbs up in the video. Peace.